In this session, we will discuss the main styles of wine produced in British Columbia, focusing primarily on the Okanagan Valley, and review the factors of production that influence the style of wine produced there. The Okanagan Valley, located from 49 degrees to almost 51 degrees north of the equator, is on the northern edge of viable viticulture. Like the vineyards of Ontario, that require the Great Lakes to mitigate extremes of weather, the Okanagan Valley benefits from the presence of the deep glacial lakes and semi-desert conditions, including extreme heat and aridity in the summer, caused by the rain shadow effect of the coastal mountain ranges to the west. Additionally, the long days of sunshine in the middle of the summer permit a wide range of varieties to achieve high levels of Brix most vintages. Hottest and driest in the south, and gradually cooler towards the northern part of the valley, with variable soil types south to north, means a wide range of grape varieties can thrive. Soils range from deep sand in the south to more alluvial and rocky soils in the north. Challenges include extreme winter cold, which can cause vine damage, too short vintages that may permit sugar ripeness but restrict full tannin, acid, and flavor ripeness to be achieved. Although very dry, water is still in good supply thanks to the deep glacial-fed lakes. Having said that, extremely dry, hot years sometimes lead to bushfires, which can be damaging to vineyards and residential areas. When we leave the Okanagan Valley and travel west to the coast, we encounter smaller vineyard areas in the Fraser Valley, Gulf Islands, and Vancouver Island. These regions experience much cooler temperatures, milder winters, and a great deal more precipitation year-round. Wine styles and varieties here are very different, relying more on dry and off-dry whites, aromatic whites, and very light reds. The A-list vinifera varieties include Pinot Gris, the most widely planted white grape in the Okanagan Valley, Chardonnay, Gewürztraminer, Merlot, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Cabernet Franc. Whilst the B-list vinifera varieties include Pinot Blanc, Sauvignon Blanc, Riesling, Pinot Noir, and Syrah. This list does not include any of the popular vinifera crossings or hybrid varieties, which can still be found in select parts of British Columbia. Sparkling wines made in the traditional method are produced by a number of top wineries throughout British Columbia. Like Ontario, most of the best wines are made in the Champagne style using Chardonnay and Pinot Noir. Three of the best producers are Summerhill, producing a wide range of excellent products of various styles and prices, Blue Mountain, who make excellent age-worthy white and rosé bubblies, and Stellar's J, the excellent bubbly produced by Sumac Ridge. Another popular style produced throughout British Columbia is dry white wines. Generally speaking, in the valley, the wines tend to have slightly higher levels of alcohol due to the substantial summer heat and loads of ripe, sometimes tropical fruit character. Acid will vary with vintage conditions, but are typically adequate to remain nicely in balance. The best examples can be found from Okanagan Falls and north in Naramata and around Kelowna, where the extreme desert heat is less overbearing and soils are heavier and thus more white wine friendly. The most widely planted white grape in the Okanagan, and probably one of BC's real claims to fame, is Pinot Gris. It seems to have found a great home here and produces excellent wines with a fine balance of acidity, lovely complexity, and substantial mouthfeel. These wines also pair particularly well with the province's stunning salmon, sablefish, and other coastal seafare. Besides Pinot Gris, really world-class Chardonnay is also produced in BC. As you might recall, the 1992 Mission Hill Reserve Chardonnay won the coveted Avery Trophy at the International Wine and Spirit Competition in 1994, and this variety has excelled ever since. Some of the very best producers of Pinot Gris include Blue Mountain, Grey Monk, See Ya Later, Blasted Church, and Laughing Stock. If you're searching for benchmark examples of Chardonnay in BC, you would be advised to source examples from Blue Mountain, Mission Hill, Cedar Creek, Quails Gate, and Meyer family. The real stars of the Okanagan landscape are the full-bodied, dry red wines. The heat, sunshine, and deep, dry, draining soils are ideal for ripening the Bordeaux red varieties and Syrah. Pinot Noir also performs quite well, but is happiest in the northern regions in the same vineyards as the excellent white varieties. Generally speaking, these reds are full-bodied with elevated alcohol levels, accessible, ripe fruit flavors, and are generally easy drinking in youth. The best can age for a decade or more, however. Ripeness of fruit tannins can vary from vintage to vintage depending on the length of the growing season. Some of the better producers of Merlot include Cedar Creek, Incameep, Burrowing Owl, and Jackson Triggs Okanagan. Excellent Cabernet can be found at Black Sage, Burrowing Owl, Mission Hill, Laughingstock, Stag's Hollow, and Painted Rock. Although produced by far fewer wineries, Syrah is still first class here and should be considered from Le Vieux Pin, La Friends, and Painted Rock. Excellent Meritage blends and a range of other excellent red varieties are produced by Osoyoos La Rose, Road 13, Inniskillen Okanagan, Church and State, Blasted Church, and Mission Hill. Sweet wines are also a very important part of the BC offering. The long, cold winter comes hard and fast and can provide ideal conditions for an early freeze of healthy, ripe grapes long before they deteriorate or shrivel on the vine. Ice wine was first produced by Walter Heinle at Heinle Estate in the early 70s, even before this style of wine was popular in Ontario. It continues to be produced by a vast number of wineries, and a huge number of varieties are used, including such exotic grapes as Sangiovese, Pinot Noir, and Chardonnay. The best examples come from wineries such as Inniskillen Okanagan, Mission Hill, Red Rooster, and Tantalus.